This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Peninsula Home Care.
Well, when someone is diagnosed with cancer, it becomes a life-changing experience for both the patient and their family.
It's a journey filled with so much emotion for everyone involved, and that's why the type of care that you receive during treatment and recovery is important. As Brian Spiros explains, Peninsula Home Care is able to make that process easier from the comfort of your own home.
Bob and Jackie Carson of Pocomoke City have been married for nearly 50 years. Last year, they received devastating news. Jackie had cancer.
It was a shock to both of us. You just don't expect it. You know, it doesn't happen to us, all right? It happens to other people, but it doesn't happen to you.
Well, I thought something was funny, but I couldn't believe it was me. I just couldn't believe it.
Jackie says in June of 2012, she began having back and stomach pains. After several doctor visits, Jackie was diagnosed with colon cancer.
It's mainly in my small intestine. That's the biggest problem.
She was faithful about going for her colonoscopies, and following up with the doctor and doing everything that she should be doing, and the end result was she got cancer anyhow.
As a result, half of Jackie's small intestine and part of her colon had to be removed. The operation took a toll on her body, which made it difficult for her to leave the house. That's when Bob brought in Peninsula Home Care.
We can't prevent the cancer, but we can help once you are diagnosed with it.
Therese Ganster is the director of the Peninsula Home Care branch in Ocean Pines.
When anybody is first initially diagnosed with cancer, it is that, oh my goodness, effect, and what are we going to do with regard to that? And so therefore, there's that shock element. They may also want to be denying it and saying, I don't need anything, I'm fine. Whatever the doctor says, I could do it. I want to maintain my independence, instead of being able to see that they would be able to receive some of those comforts from home.
Therese says the Peninsula Home Care nurses are able to go into the home and tend to the patient's needs. In Jackie's case, they take her vital signs, help manage medication and pain. They also flush tubes connected to her body, even unhook her chemo pump when she's done with treatment.
Although chemotherapy is mostly for colon cancer and sometimes breast cancer at this time, those are the only things that we're certified to do in the home. Your lung cancer, you may have gotten your lung and you may have difficulty breathing, so we would do more of a breathing and help you get more exercise from that kind of perspective. Your breast cancer will have drains when you come home after you have the mastectomy, so we will help from that perspective.
Not only are the Peninsula Home Care nurses able to help, but Therese says it also serves as a learning experience for the caretaker, like Bob.
He keeps a log of everything that we would do from the vitals. So he's learned that taking her temperature, taking her blood pressure, looking at her legs to see if they're swollen, taking her daily weights, all of those things will, if there's a little bleep and it's out of the area, he knows when to call us.
Bob says this whole experience has been beneficial for him and Jackie.
She's more comfortable here than she is in the hospital. She's more relaxed. It's nice to have Peninsula come in. You have a lot of questions going through this, and you don't get all those answers at the hospital because they're busy. They don't always have the time to sit down, and you can't think of all the things you want to ask when you're there. When we're sitting here at home, she's more relaxed, I'm more relaxed, and we have an opportunity to talk to the nurses that come in. And that is a tremendous help.
I sleep good, tired, because I'm feeling good now because I haven't been on chemo for a few weeks. I've been eating good.
Jackie continues her care from home and treatment for the cancer. Therese says Peninsula Home Care stays by the patient no matter what the outcome.
They also know that when and if the time comes that they need to talk about more difficult subjects. Right now she's doing very well, but if she was going to have a downturn and go towards the end of life, that we would also help support that. We become family. We care about these patients.
Jackie and Bob say they take one day at a time. They are in this together 5 decades after taking those vows, in sickness and in health.
I got my sense of humor. Not as much as I used to, but I still got a sense of humor.
From the very outset of this We said, we're going to get through this, and we never looked in any other direction.
5 decades together, how about that? By the way, it's important that you understand, to receive home health care, you need to meet homebound status. What that means is it's a burden for you to leave the house. Your doctor is the one that has to make that decision for you.
What an inspirational couple.
Isn't that great?
Well, taking care of your health includes taking care of your teeth, but so many people are afraid of going to the dentist. If you're putting off oral care because you can't seem to calm your fears, there is a way to change all that. Up next on Delmarva Life, how sedation may do the trick. Plus, find out where going to the dentist ranks among some other common fears that people have.
A little later on, cell phones have become such a necessity for a lot of us. If yours gets damaged, you might just run out and replace it. But before you do that, we're going to learn a few tricks that could save you a ton of money. Delmarva Life will be right back.